The outbreak of coronavirus has turned the whole world upside down. The outbreak prompted the president to make a pronouncement that there should be a nationwide lockdown in response to the outbreak. The lockdown did not leave out the colleges. It disrupted the programs in terms of teaching and learning. As a result, the principals of TVET colleges decided to come up with ways and means of supporting the students who are at home. The first broadcast of the lessons happened on the 15th of April 2020. I therefore want to request all the students, all the lecturers to commit themselves to watching these programs because these programs are meant for them. After each and every broadcasting, the lessons are sent to the website of DHET. They are also accessible on the website of the colleges. You don't need data to access that. I therefore want to lastly urge you, our students, our lecturers, to ensure that these programs are making an impact on these students, to prepare them for the examination. There is no more time left in the year 2020. Stay home, stay safe.
Hi students, my name is Ethel Mwatu. I am from TVET College, Brits Campus. Today's topic is on the business plan. It is module 5, the module that contains all the modules, all the 8 modules of entrepreneurship and business management and 4. In module 1, we identify the entrepreneur who is Patricia Muhudi. Patricia has got a business idea, which we did in chapter 2. We did creativity and idea generation. That is where we are saying our business idea is to create the facial masks. Now in module 3, we did the market feasibility study where we did our market research. We identified our target market and we made sure that our business idea is turned into an opportunity. Learning objectives for this module. By end of this module, you should be able to explain reasons why we are having a business plan. You should be able to name the elements of the business plan. To complete the business plan, which includes the following: the cover sheet, executive summary, description of the proposed business, marketing plan, management plan, financial plan, and drawing up an appendix of supporting materials. Now, what is a business plan? A business plan is a detailed action plan or a roadmap which explains every aspect of the business. It is a written description of what an entrepreneur plans to do and how he or she plans to do it. It entails the goals and how that entrepreneur wishes to achieve them. It again gives a background information of the business and of the entrepreneur. Business plan again is a guideline to determine whether you are on track. Why do we need a business plan? A business plan is there to assist in convincing the investors and lenders to finance the business. It helps again in determining whether the business will make a profit. It assists in determining whether the business idea is viable and whether there is a market for the intended product or service. It can identify the potential flaws, that is the mistakes that a business can make. It provides an estimate of the startup costs, how much the entrepreneur needs to invest his or her money in the business, and how much financing is needed. Now, here are a few suggestions that we need to know of drawing a business plan. Your business plan must be attractive in appearance. It must be concise. You mustn't include unnecessary information. It must be comprehensive, which means it must cover all aspects of your intended business. It must be logical. It must be simple and easy to read. And it must be based as far as possible on facts and evidence. The elements of the business plan. What makes a business plan? Remember, business plan is a document that contains all the modules of your entrepreneurship and business management info. Now, the elements include the cover sheet, the contents page, executive summary, description of your business, a marketing plan, a management plan, a financial plan, an operation plan, a conclusion, and lastly, an appendix of supporting materials. Now we are dealing with them individually, starting with the cover sheet. Now, as we talk about the cover sheet of the business plan, just think of your favorite magazine, how it looks like, how the cover looks like, the name of that magazine, the photos, the pictures, the captions on that cover page. Now, our cover sheet for the business plan will have full name of the business, the name of the entrepreneur, the logo and the emblem, full street address, postal address, phone, fax, email, and website, and the date when the business plan was drawn. The contents page. This page should give an overview of the items that will be in the business plan. When you look at the index page or the contents page, it will tell you exactly where to find what. Executive summary of the business plan. This summary briefly sets out the contents of the business plan. It gives you an overview of what the business is all about, why the entrepreneur decided to start this particular business. The purpose of the summary, again, is to get the attention of possible stakeholders and to motivate them to become involved in your business. And this summary is normally written after you have drawn your business plan so that you can include all the important facts that are in your business plan. Description of your business. Here you need to describe the product and the service. You are going to describe the product that you're going to manufacture. You are going to say what are the objectives of the business, what is the mission, what is the vision, what are the significant characteristics of your industry, what are the unique features of your product. You need to explain your unique features so that whoever is interested in investing in your money does believe in your business idea. You're also going to do the SWOT analysis, that is the strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Legal requirements, which includes licensing, permits, tax regulations. The marketing plan. Marketing plan is a description of our marketing mix, which are the 4 P's: the product, price, place, and promotion. Here you are going to give description of your product, the type of product that you are going to manufacture, packaging, labeling, description of your target market, who your key customers are. Is it going to be men on the street? Is it going to be NGOs? Is it going to be the government? You need to explain who your target market is. Market research done. How did you do your market research? Did you use surveys? Did you use questionnaires? Word of mouth? Size of your market. You must have calculated size of your market to can say what is the percentage of the market in that particular area. An analysis of your competitor and your competitive advantage. Who is your competition? What is it that you're going to do best in your product to win over your competitor? The location where your business is going to be. Are you going to sell to the customers? Will you be going to the customers? Will you be selling at the store, at the mall? Or will you be renting premises where you will be operating your business from? What are your pricing strategy? Are you selling for cash, on credit? What are your promotional strategy? Which media are you going to use? Pamphlets, business card, social media? You must mention it on the promotional strategy. And lastly, on marketing plan, what is your advertising plan and the costing thereof? If you are saying that you're going to use the flyers, when are you going to use them and how much will it cost you? If you're going to use social media, if you're going to use billboards, you need to say when you're going to use them and how much will it cost the business. The management plan need to explain the form of enterprise. Are you going to be a sole trader? Are you going to be in a partnership or a company? You need to describe your key staff and their responsibilities. Are you going to be the only person in that business, or are you going to employ more people? What will be their responsibilities? Which talks to the next point, your salaries and wage structure. How much are you going to pay them? When is it monthly? Is it weekly? On the aspects of your remuneration policy, you need to mention working hours, leave determination, medical aid, and the involvement of trade unions. The organogram or the organizational structure, that is the levels of your reporting, who reports to who, how many levels do you have, and lastly, what are the applicable legislation and rules and regulations that are applicable in your business. The financial plan. Here you are going to explain in detail the startup capital needed for your business. What are the startup assets needed? How much do they cost? You are going to calculate the product, the price of each product. You will be looking at your cost plus your markup percentage. You will be determining what is your break-even analysis, looking at your cost versus your sales. The break-even analysis, you are going to explain in detail what your total costs are versus your sales, where you will be saying, on this line, I will not be making a profit nor a loss. You are going to project your sales forecast for 3 months. You are going to foresee how much you will be selling in the next 3 months. You are going to project your income statement to say this will be my gross profit, my net profit. You are going to project the balance sheet, your assets, liabilities, owner's equity. And lastly, you are going to project your cash flow statement for 3 months, where you will be looking at the income generated versus the expenditure and how much you will be remaining with. The operational plan. Firstly, you are going to draw the layout of your business premise. You are going to draw a list of your machinery and equipment needed and their costs. How are you going to handle storage issues? What will be your stock levels? How much or how many of the items or the stock will you be keeping in your business? What are the materials that you're going to use in manufacturing your product? The methods and the techniques that you're going to use? Your office administrative plan. What are the rules for your employees? The inventory of the office equipment. You are also going to describe the administration and record keeping. Are you going to use the computer software to store your information, to record your documents? You are going to name the suppliers that you intend using, the transport costs, and the costs that will be incurred in transporting your goods to the customers. And what is your business capacity? How much can your business handle? I did talk about the computer software programs. Are you going to use the spreadsheet? Are you going to use the pastel? You need to mention that in your business plan. Your conclusion. When we were talking of the executive summary of the business plan, we were introducing the business to the reader who is the potential investor. Now here at the conclusion, you must conclude in a positive note so that you convince the investor that you believe in the product that you intend to manufacture. Now a summary, you are to give a summary of why you believe that your business will succeed. In conclusion again, it is a motivating factor for other people to have faith in your proposed business venture. For an example, you can say, as an entrepreneur, I do understand that there is always a risk associated with any new business. However, since we have done a proper research and it is clear that a need really exists for face masks. So you are saying you believing in the product and you are saying the investor must invest in that particular business. Lastly, appendix of supporting materials. You need to attach legal documentation, which may include copies of contracts, contracts of employment and lease, financial documents, your loan agreements, credit reports, statistics that you used in doing a market research, the CVs or curriculum vitae of the individuals you are going to employ in your business, examples of business cards or advertisements that you're going to use, layout of your business, and reference letters. If you don't have a business plan, you won't have a business. I'm going to show you examples of cover page of a business plan. There is an example of a cover page of a business plan. Name of the business, Mask for All. The logo. There is a slogan for the business, which is #SafetyFirst. the owner of the business, the entrepreneur, Patricia Muhudi, full contact details, and when the business plan was drawn. Another example of an advertisement, we have there, our advert here adheres to the AIDA concept, which includes your attention. It must draw attention. It must draw an interest for them to have a desire and ultimately to take action. Again, we do have the contact details of the entrepreneur. Lastly, an example of contents page. Like we said, that the contents page will indicate where to find what. If you talk of the summary, it will tell you in which page. If you talk, for an example, of the mission statement, when you go to page 19, you will find that mission statement. Thank you for watching. Best of luck.
My name is Ntombi Njangase. I'm the principal of Umgungundlovu TVET College in KwaZulu-Natal, Pietermaritzburg. The coronavirus epidemic and the lockdown that comes with it has actually put the institutions of learning under unprecedented amounts of pressure. The fact that our students cannot physically go to class to attend lessons means that as management of these institutions, we have to put systems in place to make sure that our young people do not lose their academic year. But on the other hand, whilst we do that, we need to make sure that they do not lose their lives in the process. I therefore wish to encourage our students in TVET colleges in particular to take advantage of the lessons that are offered on television. Some of these lessons are offered on YouTube, but you can also find these lessons when you go into the website of the Department of Higher Education and Training. The lessons that are offered on the website of the Department of Higher Education and Training are offered for free. And the manner in which our lecturers responded to the call of supporting our students is highly commendable. As we are going to return from the lockdown, we are going to pull all stops to make sure that the academic program and the academic year is not lost. Save the academic year, save lives.